Welcome back, fashionistas. Today I'm going to be reviewing Naomi Campbell's new PLT fashion collection collaboration. Naomi Campbell's signature style is very design driven, it's very glamorous and very luxurious. There's never a dull moment when it comes to Naomi Campbell. She's always glamorous, always coming to slay. You'll never catch her slipping. I can tell that a lot of thought went into this design collaboration because a lot of the silhouettes in this collection are really similar to looks that Naomi Campbell has worn previously down the runway and to other red carpet events, especially runway shows that she did for Versace back in the 90s. PLT definitely looked back into her archive and looked back at her old images and used that as inspiration for this collection, which leads me to the first outfit which caught my eye, which is this really beautiful, really sparkly, metallic, silver cowl neck dress. It's basically a cowl neck mini dress that stops just above the knee. I thought this was really pretty. When I first saw this online, I was so excited to try this on. And when I took it out the bag, I was just like so excited to wear it. But in person, the quality isn't very good. This is how it looks when it's on. I really love the Versace reference for this design. This reminds me of the sparkly chainmail dress that Naomi wore back in the 90s for Versace. And I also think she wore this dress again to the VMA Awards back in the 90s as well. This dress definitely references Naomi Campbell's really long career as a supermodel, and it definitely references some of her most famous runway shows. I really liked the draped cowl neck shape included in this design. It mixes old 1950s glamour with a more modern mini dress design length, which is quite fun and quite youthful. The sequin material itself is just very standard and very basic. It's just your usual cut and sew fast fashion material. Aside from that, I think the draped cowl neckline is really interesting. I think it's really pretty. There's an open back as well, which I think kind of reveals a bit too much of my skin. The way you fasten this dress is with a standard hook and eye fastening, so that's how it looks on the inside. And the sewing on the inside is standard fast fashion finishings. This one is actually lined, which is really good, but the sewing isn't very good. It's very like low quality sewing, which won't last very long, but I do like the fact that it's lined. I think that makes it feel a little bit better quality. Overall, I really like that the dress was inspired by that Versace show, and I think that the dress is really fun and really chic, and it's really giving disco diva. PLT definitely sacrificed a lot of quality for this dress design just to make it a bit more affordable, but I kind of expected it to be slightly higher quality than this. For the next look, I ordered this strong shoulder suit dress. I really like how structured this is and how different it is from the rest of the collection. I really like how it's really structured. It has shoulder pads, which makes it look like a power dressing outfit. It's definitely like a strong, slightly more androgynous, masculine silhouette. It's really stiff and it's made from a really thick polyester material. There's a contrasting material for the collar, which is like a satin material with a slight sheen. Once again, when I tried it on, it felt like it was revealing quite a lot of my body again, and that's because of the really deep plunging neckline in the front, but I really like it. It's giving power dressing. It's definitely a reference to the 80s when Naomi Campbell first started her career as a big supermodel at the time. I really like the retro 80s vibe of this dress as well. The material feels a little bit cardboardy. It's definitely like a cardboardy polyester material, which isn't the most comfortable to wear. When I had it on, it felt quite stiff and restricted, like I couldn't really bend forward. But I really like the strong shoulders. I think that's just a really cool, unusual shape. And the silhouette is really flattering on women with more athletic body shapes, with broader shoulders. If you're a girly who's really tall, or you have broader shoulders, this silhouette will work really well on you on that body type. I could definitely imagine Naomi Campbell wearing a design like this to an all-white party at P. Diddy's house. This is definitely one of my top 3 favorite outfits that I've tried on so far. This look is a long cowl neck dress with a split down the side. It has a really similar neckline again to the sequin dress, and I really like the neutral champagne color. Again, I really like this cowl neck neckline. I think it's really classic and it's really giving Marilyn Monroe from Hollywood's golden age. I really like the champagne color. I think that's so nice, it's so neutral, but it's also very elegant as well. This shape is very glamorous. I really like the satin, but again, the satin is polyester, so it's a little bit flimsy. I think the cowl neck is a statement shape in this collection. It's been repeated in many looks throughout the collection, and it's been repeated intentionally because it's like a key iconic Naomi Campbell silhouette shape. We've seen it many times on her throughout her career. When I tried it on, the split detail was a little bit too high for me as well. You probably need really toned legs to pull this style off. In terms of quality, it's not the highest quality once again, and it isn't lined at all throughout the dress. The inside only has like a facing panel piece on the inside, which will cover up your bust, but for the bottom part, it looks really thin and flimsy when you try it on. It looks a lot better on camera than it does in real life. And when you look inside, you can again see really bad fast fashion finishings. Like, look at these raw edges. Why are there so many fraying raw edges on the inside? So, you know, you'd expect a little bit better from Naomi Campbell because she is a luxury fashion model and she is used to the highest quality materials and fabrics on the planet. So I was expecting a lot better finishings for that reason. And that's the thing about luxury fashion. Things are constructed to a much higher standard, so it can be sold off or you can pass it down to your children in the future, which saves you a lot of money in the long run. Don't get me wrong, I've been broke many times, so I do like a little bit of fast fashion. From a design perspective, it's very glamorous, but it's nothing that I haven't seen before. We have chainmail. Yes, we have chainmail. Woo, look at that. Next is this gold chainmail dress. It's not really rose gold, it's giving more like a copper color. It's definitely more orangey and coppery in real life. I do like the material. I think the chainmail is really cool. I really don't like how the chainmail material keeps snagging and bunching up together. It keeps snagging, so you have to pull the fabric apart. The more you move around in this dress, the more it snags. Can you see that? It's just like you have to pull it. Look at that bunch. Like, you have to pull all the bunches out before you can wear the dress. It's a little bit uncomfortable when you put it on, but it does look quite nice. I really like how fluid the chainmail looks when you move around. It's a little bit heavier than your usual fabric. It's not a terrible design. I do think it would have looked better if I bought it in black or in the pink color. I'm not actually a fan of this color in person at all, to be quite honest with you. I think the black would have been a little bit more elegant. So next I'm going to try on another style. Can you guess what it is? It's another cowl neck. I don't know how I ended up ordering so many cowl necks, but it's happened, we're dealing with it. This has to be one of the most flattering styles I've tried on so far. Look at that, that is so cute, guys. Like, you can't tell me this isn't cute. This is an asymmetric cowl neck dress. It's basically a satin version of the cowl neck dress that Naomi Campbell wore for Versace. The length is exactly the same and the drape is really similar as well. It's definitely giving 90s Versace, like Barbie girl sort of vibe, so that's definitely a little bit of me. I really like the plain satin in this vivid pink color. I think it's so chic and so fun. And the dress design is actually a bit more asymmetric. It has a wider shoulder band on one side and an adjustable spaghetti strap on the other. So that design detail gives the dress a little bit more uniqueness and makes it a little bit more interesting. And I really like the fact that there's draping on the back of the dress as well. This is definitely one of my favorites. It's really fun, it's really cute. I would definitely see myself wearing this to a cocktail party. But the thing that holds this dress design back again is the quality of the material. I really wish that they made this in silk satin instead of the flimsy polyester satin. Silk satin irons so much better, but the polyester really holds on to creases. But overall, it's definitely one of my top 3 favorite looks as well. I just wish that the quality wasn't so low. I also had to order Naomi Campbell's signature statement dress. It's like a long halter neck dress and the strap goes around your neck like this. I had to try it on. It was definitely one of the main dresses in the PLT advert. I really liked how it looked on Naomi Campbell. She has a very long silhouette and a long body type, and I'm also quite long. I'm not as tall as Naomi, but I'm quite tall in general. So yeah, I just thought I would give this a try on as well. I really like how the whole thing is stretchy. It helps it to fit your curves a little bit better. But the only thing is the dress is a little bit see-through. Can you see that? It's a little bit see-through, which means you definitely need to wear some shapewear or some underwear of some sort to cover up your modesty a little bit more. The only thing about this I didn't like, again, is the quality. These are not so non-diamantes. They're actually glued on with glue, which means that they can easily fall off. And the diamantes are already falling off. I've actually seen other people review this dress as well, and they are also experiencing the same thing where the diamantes are already peeling off. The design is actually really nice and really glamorous. I really like how, again, it's giving like 70s disco vibes. It's really like channeling Donna Summer from the 70s. You definitely need to be quite tall to wear this. I paired it with some really tall stiletto heels to give myself a little bit more height for this look. Overall, I really liked how it fitted me. Just ignore the food baby in this shot. I definitely ate a large meal before filming this video. I would describe the aesthetic of this dress design as like minimal glamour. It's definitely very glamorous, but it isn't over the top. It isn't doing too much, which is quite nice. It makes it very wearable, and I think this would suit a lot of women. So I think that's definitely a win. This is definitely a very flattering look for the curvy girlies out there as well. Next, we have a really crazy, dramatic, sensational look. Look at that. That is absolutely wild. Check out how wild this is, guys. Like, wow, wow. What an absolutely crazy design. It looks like a chandelier from far away, but it's actually just made of pieces of chandelier that's been put together with these rings. This piece is actually a jumpsuit. It's not even a dress. It's like made out of chandelier pieces. So it's really cool. I thought that was one of the coolest pieces in this collection. It weighs an absolute ton, so you definitely need to do your strength training if you're going to wear this look. I tried it on. I really liked how it looked. It's completely see-through underneath, so you definitely need to pair it with something semi-translucent or completely opaque. I think this would look really good over like a black lurex semi-translucent bodysuit of some sort. I'll link a similar look for something to wear underneath in the description below. But I really like how dramatic this is. This isn't the best thing to wear for long periods of time. It's very, very sharp and scratchy. It definitely felt a little bit like torture, I'm not gonna lie. For wearability, I'd have to give this like a 2 out of 10. It's just so uncomfortable to wear. You definitely cannot wear this for many hours, but this would be perfect if you had a photo shoot or some kind of conceptual fashion shoot for a client and you know, needed to wear this for a more dramatic, artistic look. But again, it's just not practical to wear in person. And sitting down in this dress is even more torture. So I definitely won't be wearing this. But overall, I really like the effort they put into this design. I really like how they took a risk for this piece. It's definitely not giving fast fashion. This is definitely more of a high-end piece. But yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. You definitely will be a little bit naked when you wear this outfit. So just have that in mind when you buy it. Now for the final look, drum roll please. So I ordered this fabulous, over the top, ridiculous, sensational, floor length, fake sheep fur coat. It's absolutely ridiculous. I love it so much. It's again it's very Cher darling. I filmed this on the hottest day of the year. This is so hot. Wow, but this is how it looks on. I'm in love with this coat. It's so glamorous, it's so long, it's so chic. It's giving sensational, it's giving drama, it's giving way too hot for the summer holidays. I don't know why they released this on the hottest day of the year, because I'm totally too hot. I'm burning to death. I'm absolutely baking to death, but this would be perfect for when it gets really cold in London. I really love this floor length coat. It's really cool. It would be so cool in the winter. This would be such a look. And I don't care what none of y'all say, this is one of my favorite looks. This is definitely one for the tall girlies again. It will definitely drag on the floor if you're not tall enough. So now that I've tried on all the looks I ordered from the collection, I would say the pink mini dress, the white shoulder suit dress, and this fur coat are my 3 favorite looks from the collection. Overall, I would rate this collection 6 Naomi Campbells out of 10. It was definitely not a terrible collection. It was very flattering, but the quality really let the collection down. Let me know what your favorite looks were from this video in the comments below, or let me know if you ordered any other looks from the collection. Tag me on Instagram wearing a look from this collection. I want to see how you styled it. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Make sure you catwalk on that like button for the algorithm. Let me know in the comments below if you made it this far by commenting pink in the comments. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I will see you guys next week.